Hello, people. Today, come on, come on. Oh, Alexi must be cold. I'm cold, people. There's Alex, Alexi's mother. What did I do with the? There it is. I'll be home for Christmas. Yeah, people. I'll be home for Christmas. I got my turkey done, people. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. 3 days until Christmas. You know, my neighbors, the two neighbors that live to the east of me, they always had Christmas lights up. The son and the mother and dad. Dad passed away this summer. Come on. Come on, Alexi. You know, they always had Christmas lights up. I know his dad is dead, but he has other kids that can put Christmas lights up. And people, I was wondering how come I'm not getting notifications on certain people's YouTube channel. And I've always watched for public safety out of Indiana. And he either got hijacked or hacked or YouTube or something. And I had to subscribe back to him. Hello, Jody. Hi, Merry Christmas, young lady. Merry Christmas, young lady. Hope you had a good Monday. I made a road trip. Hello, Kara. Super. Okay, SUPX 7228. I just do it that way. That way I don't get anybody mad. Thank you for the hearts and everything else. Thank you all. Well, I made a road trip this morning. Yeah, that's Alex. And the idiot that's underneath this blanket, I got another blanket. Her baby, Alexi, is underneath this blanket. You know, sometimes my kitty cats is smart, other times they're dumb, or they just act like kids in their terrible twos. If y'all ever had children, you know how kids in their terrible twos get. Thank you for the hearts. Hi, Real Mag Jr., welcome. Hello, Kara. Hi. I hope you all have a good Christmas this year. There's some people that won't have a good Christmas because of loved ones they lost over the years. Hello, Yoakum. Yeah, I got my socks on because people, the reason he asked that is because he knows I'm a diabetic. And you know, if you're a diabetic, you get cold real easy. That's how come I got two blankets. I keep my temperature on, let's see, 60, about 59, 58, somewhere in there. Because this house is well insulated with double pane windows. It keeps it warm, even with the heat pump. You people got heat pumps. If your electric bill's over $200-300, you're not too well insulated. Your house has to be well insulated. What they call closed foam. You spray that foam, it gets all the cracks. Thank you. Hello, Noel Costella. People, this is this, I believe, second year in a row. It's Christmas time. Where's all the Christmas shows on TV? Where's the movie Santa Claus with Tool Time Tim? Where's all these Christmas shows that we always have the week of Christmas or before Christmas? It makes me mad. There's no Christmas shows on the local TV station. I like to watch about Santa Claus or the, hello, Elmer. Oh, those fancy pink hearts. Eleanor. I used to know a girl named Eleanor back in the 70s. She was dating a guy named Eddie, worked at Wolf Glass. You know, that was, like I say, back in the 70s. That's about 50 some odd years ago. You know, some people, they're not going to get things for Christmas. No, people come and see them. I fixed my turkey. It's been quite a few years since I fixed a turkey. I try to be, but I'm old. I got health problems on a fixed income. I had 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, back problems. On a fixed income around about 950, somewhere in that category. And I make my house payment. They take that out. Christmas is Thursday. I guess Sunday they would take it out of my account. My son and me been talking, and all this about the Powerball, and this and that. I tried to tell him he was wrong. You know, if you take it all one lump sum, you get it. If you do it over 20 years or whatever and you die, he said the family don't get it. That's a lie. I said, they all get it. If you got a will, they have to pay it because you want it. It's in your name. It's part of your estate. And your veterans out there, which he was talking about that the other night, that I know when I was in boot camp, you got everything free, your your khakis and stuff like that. And if you get dress blues, you pay for them. He said, now you have to buy everything. And my pay that I got back in the 70s, you didn't have enough money to buy your uniform, your boots. I think your boots, he said now is $200. And you people remember those old green field jackets? It got a liner you can put in it. And I forget what. I like to have one of them. I guess it'd be an extra large. He said now they charge you $200 to $300 for them. But I don't. Your veterans out there are ones that's in the service. Is that true? You have to pay for your khakis, your boots, your uniforms. All right, Kara Van Investing. Welcome. And I hope everybody treat your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mate good. It's Christmas time. Happy birthday to everybody. Happy anniversary. And don't forget, people, in February, Valentine's Day. And I'm single. I own my own house. I need about 240 something more subscribers to get me over 1,000. Then I get monetized. And I said, I won't charge you a membership fee. Okay, somebody to them. And people, check if you got a YouTube channel or you subscribe to people, you might not be getting notifications anymore. Check and see if you still subscribe to them. There's a whole lot of notifications I ain't getting. And I checked one today. You all heard of him. He's like an auditor here in Indiana. Maybe 20 miles or so from Chris and Tiffany for public safety. He's the one that brought out Jamie Noe and the things he did, and JJ in Kentucky, and other police officers and people. So I had to subscribe back to him today. And I will work on my turkey tomorrow. You know, get a pan or something and put it in. I did fix me some banana pudding. And guess what? I ate the vanilla wafers before I fixed the pudding. I've always do that. I did get me some milk, 2 gallons of milk today, because the kitty cat likes, outside kitty cat likes the milk. And like I say, this is Alex. You know, I haven't felt too good today. You know, my stomach been a little upset, and I'm doing my thing with the throat today. You know, I have my ups and downs being sick. You know, I'm worrying about your people here on YouTube and what Amazon done to me, PC Online, the computer people, and HP. Hello, Mac, 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 McIntyre, Fat Slider. You know, but I asked Santa Claus people for a new computer. You know, at least 1 gigabyte of hard drive. YouTube Studio. I can't check my YouTube Studio. And a good graphics card. I guess the RAM was at 16 to 8 to 16, at least 16. Kind of like a gaming computer. Because you all recommend DaVinci, CapCut for editing, where I can put thumbnails. You know, I would need help on thumbnails. Because I'm not that smart, people, on thumbnails and stuff like that. Because, like I said, I'm 70 plus years old. I got a birthday coming up next week. And people said, why did I start a YouTube channel? I've been on YouTube over 12 years, but I didn't start doing live videos. I've been doing live videos by the year. And I'm trying to figure out how to have extra income to help me on my house. You know, I need a new roof, which I want to put a metal roof on it. And a zero-turn lawnmower, a new one because of the warranty. And I can buy more cat food. For a 44-pound bag of cat food, they call that multiple cats at Tractor Supply. That's 44-pound bag. That's around $30. And the last 2 months, I buy 2 bags. Since it's cold outside, the outside cats is not really eating that much. They slowed down a little bit. Plus, raccoons is probably sleeping. The possums is probably sleeping. And the old tomcat shows up and eats. And Boots's baby. Boots is a gray cat with the white feet. I call her babies. I mean, that was the one that's born in the last 3 or 4 months. Babies. They're kind of scaredy cats. And since I got that big dog cage out there on the porch with straw and like a blanket in there with a heat lamp, they all get in there to keep warm. Ain't that right, baby? What you doing, huh? See, if it wasn't for my animals, you know, I wouldn't know what I do. They're kind of like my therapy animals. You all probably got cats, parakeets, fish, That's your therapy animals. And they keep me going. Sometimes people, I like to know where you're watching from. What state, what country, and you people in Canada, where 709 from, and RM and Jacob and a whole lot of other people. It snows. I like to get somebody from St. Providence of St. John's in Canada. Like they get 12 to 15 inches of snow. If we got this much 12 to 15 inches of snow here, like they do in Canada, I couldn't get out of my driveway. I couldn't get on the county road. I couldn't get on the state highway. I'd be snowbound. You know, I don't think I could survive in Canada because it's colder in Canada than it is here. I checked my electric bill today. Oh man, I'd about fell over, but it got down in the single digits for about a week. $200. You know, that's a heat pump. But I'm glad my house is well insulated and double pane windows. I wonder what it would be if I had triple pane windows. Well, it's up in the 40s or 50s today. They calling for rain either tonight or tomorrow. I gotta go up since tomorrow's Tuesday and get the county papers. Clark County, Scott County, and Washington County. And you know, if it snows, I ain't gonna get out. If I get 4 inches of snow, people, I'm stuck. I am stuck in my driveway. If I get 4 inches of snow. When I was coming back from New Albany, went over to get help on my electric bill, which is my heating bill. I saw a Ford truck. You people that can remember the cars back in the 60s and 70s, the Ford Maverick. I kind of like the pickup truck, which is a Ford Maverick. But I get looking at it close. It's front wheel drive. Nope. Not in a pickup truck. No way I want a front wheel drive. Maybe Ford Maverick makes a four-wheel drive. I don't know. You know, front-wheel drive is good in some vehicles. When I was married to my last wife, who couldn't drive, didn't know how to drive, I had a front-wheel drive 88 Buick. That was my dad's. I got that when he passed away in 92. Then I have a Monte Carlo, maybe 75 somewhere, which was a rear drive. That Buick, it went a few places, but that red Monte Carlo I had, It would go anywhere. But one day, if God's help and I can do it, I'm going to have a four-wheel drive. I'm looking at a Jeep, maybe, because I like Jeep, four-wheel drive. And the only thing I see Jeep has in a pickup truck is a Gladiator. And you see the price of them, they're about $50,000. I don't want to buy a house. I don't own a house. And that was back 8 years ago with closing costs, homeowners insurance. It was $52,000. And back in '73, people, to buy a brand new car, it was about $2,000. Gasoline was cheap back there then. Groceries was cheap when you go to the grocery store. You take $50 to a grocery store, you either need a pickup truck or SUV or a car that had a big trunk for $50. Now, today, $50 either 2 bags or 1 bag. It depends what you get. And it's hard, Like I look at baby or every time I go to the grocery store. I don't see how your mothers or new parents can afford baby formula. I know some of your young ladies is breastfeeding babies. That's natural, and it's better for your babies if you breastfeed them. None of my kids that I remember was breastfeed. They wouldn't do that. And I miss having ladies around. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, I don't like them unibody vehicles. 709. To me, they're a piece of junk looking for an accident to happen. That's what I believe. Back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, you had the whole frame. And it'd take a lot for you to get hurt. And them unibodies, you all going to get hurt bad. I don't like them unibodies. That's how come it costs so much to repair them unibodies. They're in pieces. And I don't like them. I like them to go back to the 50s and 60s and probably the 40s where you had points and condensers. And the cars were made heavy. Like I said, even back in the 80s, a new pickup truck is $5,000. Look what them new pickup trucks cost now. $50,000 to $500,000 for a pickup truck. I see some nice pickup trucks, but I ain't gonna pay $100,000 for a pickup truck. Say let's just go with $50,000 car or a pickup truck or SUV. On the lot, it's 50,000. As soon as you drive it off of the lot, it goes down, and it shouldn't be that way. The only thing I know that holds the value is Jeeps. You can see the price of used Jeeps, what they going for. They still hold the value. I wish I could have a Jeep. And maybe I could bring you better videos in the wintertime because of the snow. People, I like pickup trucks. I had, back in the 60s, I had a Chevy and GMC. I call them knee knockers. You know, they got the cut in the door, and when you get out, you always hit your cotton picking knee on those door knockers. Because you shut the door because, you know, you got the dip in your door. Then your frame, you got like that and the door closed. I call it a knee knocker. And when they built the cars in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, they was built good. You got good gas mileage. Your tailpipes was white as a ghost. People look at your tailpipes now. They're not white like chalk. All your vehicles you buy today is all computerized stuff. All that electronic stuff on it. You know, I wish they'd go back to the old ways, take those computer crap out, you know, go back to the old ways. I like to see Ford Motor Company and bring back the Crown Vics, the full-size Crown Vics, for the police departments. Now, a full loaded pickup truck today probably be over $50,000. Yeah, my dad, people, when I was 1 or 2 years old, we pulled in the driveway. Dad used to put me on his lap, and I'd drive the car up the little hill driveway into the garage. That's how I learned how to drive. Back when I was 12 to 15 years old, I've been driving on the highway, country roads, interstates. They didn't care back in those days. Because you being careful. Make sure you use your turn signals or your arm. You was trying to do everything right where you wouldn't get pulled over. Now, a young person drives or a person without driver's license, they take you to jail. They take you to jail. Because the sheriff's department, they make money. The courts makes money. The bail bondsman makes money. It's all it is a money game. That's what Clark County, Indiana is. It's a money game. if you got the money, you can get out of anything. You can buy your way out of it. You can bribe prosecutors. You can bribe judges. This is like it's all over the United States. You can buy your way out if you got the money. But there's police officers that you cannot buy your way out. Because you heard me talk about Sergeant Tom Higdon and what the no good Scotty Maples is trying to do. Scotty Maples is not a leader. When he was a jail guard, he was an a-hole. He beat the crap out of you. That's the Scotty Maples I know. And that's bad, people. When police officers beat the heck out of you, or they drive drunk home from a bar. Sometimes they drive home drunk in their police cars, or they're on marked unit. Like there's states out there, like I believe it's South Carolina. If you get caught for drunk driving and other laws, I think domestic battery, drugs, you lose your police certificate. Like here in Indiana and Kentucky, if you get in trouble, you can resign. Yeah, plus you didn't wear seatbelts back there then either. If you bought a 50s or 60 car, I believe you have to put seatbelts in them. I wouldn't put seatbelts in them because everything was made good back there then. Your doors was heavy. Your fenders was heavy. It wasn't going to hurt you unless you got hit by a dump truck or 18-wheeler. They made those vehicles good. They made it now in 2025, you taking your life in your hands. If you get hit in the driver's door, you're going to get hurt. It's not a heavy-duty car like they made back in the 60s and 80s. And if I had the money, people, hello, Cat, how you doing? I think it was your comment I saw today. 652, responding to Jeffersonville District 2 for chest pain, 2512 Woodlands Court. Repeating for medic 652, responding to Jeffersonville District 2 for chest pain, 2512. Like I say, I was sitting here I'm watching CIS, NCIS, New Orleans is what's on my TV. I could watch Hudson and Rex, but I'm boycotting them. I'll watch a few minutes of it today, and Charlie Hudson ain't back on yet. I don't think he's going to come back on. And I think City TV out of Canada is the one who sponsor Hudson and Rex. I'm boycotting them. You all know Back to the Future. The guy played Marty. And he got Parkinson's disease. The TV people, hello, Swan Song. Yeah, I'm trying to stay warm. I got This blanket, I got this blanket. This is what you call a moving blanket. If you ever move and you use blankets like this to put over your furniture. Like I say, it's about 30 or 40 outside right now because it's 73 in the house. This house, like I say, was built in the 40s. It been remodeled with good insulation, double pane windows. I know Corvettes, people, you had to. Corvettes is made out of fiberglass. I've, I done a video maybe back in the summertime or last year. Robotic. See, I can't play too much on my cell phone because I got an iPhone SE Series 3. And you all people knows about computers and cell phone. I'm only got 64 on my cell phone. An iPhone, you have to pay for all the apps. I'm not going to pay for it. That's how come I'm going back to an Android phone when I have the extra money. I can't afford no more payments. I got my belt so tight that I can't breathe, you know. That's okay. That's okay, Cat. I think I watched some of your videos today, I think, and Swan. I watched some of that videos too. That's all I got to do, people, is watch videos on YouTube or watch TV or take a old man's nap. I've been working on the turkey. That's good. I wish I could play games with people. But there's a game I like to play, people. They call it the truck simulator. You can play with other people driving an 18-wheeler. That means I need a gaming computer that has at least one or two tickets. Okay, thank you for stopping by, my friend. You have a good Christmas. I hope everybody gets what they want for Christmas. No, I'm not going to get nothing for Christmas because nobody on YouTube knows where I live. The only thing you got is my post office box, my Cash App, my PayPal. Bye. God loves you. You have a good Christmas. I hope you get what you want for Christmas. I hope everybody gets what they want for Christmas. I know I'm not going to get it. That's okay. Cat Catalina Beaumont, 239. You have a good day. If you get your people on your YouTube channel, have them come up here and subscribe and help me get my subscribers up. I need about 200, about 250 in that range to get 1,000 subscribers. Can I get 200 something subscribers by Christmas? That's 3 days. It's 3 days, people. I don't think I can get 250 something subscribers by Christmas. Bye, my friend. I hope you win in your games. And I hope everybody gets what they want for Christmas. I will be upset. That's okay. It's just me, my kitty cats, my son. You know, it'd be okay. And you know, people got to do what they're going to do. Christmas, no matter where you're at on this planet, is about giving. Or like the song they sing on TV, I'll be home for Christmas. And it goes on. I love that song when the Shriners plays it in their TV ads, that people who gives them money, that those kids can make it home for Christmas. Yeah. And I want you people to think about the DAV, the Wounded Warriors, St. Jude's Hospital. I like St. Jude's Hospital because they help kids out that I believe got cancer. The DAV and Wounded Warriors, they help veterans out. Our government should help them out. I'm a veteran. Am I getting help? Nope. But, I got to do what I got. We got to do what we got to do to survive and be honest. Okay. Like I say, this is Monday. If it's like it here in Indiana, where I live, in Clark County, the crooked county in the state, I believe. They're corrupt. School, I guess the last day of school here in Clark County, I believe, was Friday. Cause when I had to go to New Albany today to get help on my electric bill, that I drove past Henryville School, Silver Creek. But people, we got to try our best. Hi, back. I know you back. That's okay. The closest it gets Christmas, people, I don't expect everybody to be on YouTube. You're going to be traveling to your family places that you do Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. That's okay. That's okay. Your family comes first. That comes first. And your kids got to be good for Santa Claus. And I like it when I see a kid when I go to a dollar store or a grocery store or Walmart. I said, "You've been good. Said, yeah, because you got to be good for Santa Claus. Will I be up at 8? Yeah. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. It's mostly, 11. I should be. Because I'll probably still be on YouTube. I still should be on YouTube at 11 since it's around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I try to make it an hour. Sometimes I go 2 hours. It depends how many people's in the chat. But I usually don't go to sleep until maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Because I get watching something on TV. And sometimes I go to YouTube on my TV or to a movie channel and watch some movies. I live in Indiana. You mean a moderator? I got enough moderators. I'm minus 3 moderators now. But I'm worried of people who wants to be moderators. I choose you by the way you act, how many videos that you put out, and the comments that people puts on your YouTube channel. Because when I first started, 709 will tell you, I had this computer hacker on as a moderator. And that computer hacker had 5 different names on YouTube. And that moderator wouldn't listen to me. This is my YouTube channel. You follow my rules. When that idiot person, he wouldn't follow my instructions. He put Joanne and Sherry in timeout for 24 hours. That's the night I went off and it was rated X that night instead of PG. And I don't like people like that. You can watch, YouTube has training videos to teach you how to do your YouTube channels and how to kick the troublemakers out. Your moderator is supposed to help your channel grow and, help you grow, not work against you. And like I said, I'm choosy on my moderators because I don't want that to happen again. There's 2 type of moderators. You got one, is like me. I can do more than the standard moderators. I think a standard moderator can delete your comments or put you in timeout. Not right now. Not right now. I'm sorry, but not right now. Because people who keep asking me, it turns me off. I would choose when I make new moderator. Right now, I'm not going to get any new moderators until I get over 1,000 subscribers. And people said, how making some kids moderators? That is a good idea. That way you control kids at your age. But my rule states that to be a moderator, you got to be over 18. You got to have good videos, and I read your comments, and I see what people says about your YouTube channel, and I see how you run your YouTube channel. Like Jacob, he's in Canada. I've been watching his videos. And Matthew and 709 and Joanne and the Cop Watch guy and John. John's around my age. I saw that. I saw Johnson County Cop Watch video today. He was walking. And I'm choosy. He is. I like watching. Well, John Cop Watch, he's in, North Carolina, somewhere. I don't know. I got so many people on here, I can't remember where they're at. But this John on here, he's still alive. Well, I'm glad I look like some people. Because there's people, everybody has a twin. I had this mustache when I was probably junior high or maybe freshman. If I shave this off, I feel like I'm naked. And I kind of like a mustache. That's how come I keep it short. My grandpa Al Cartwright, he died in May of 72, the year I was a senior in school. He had a big old handlebar mustache. I had it all curled up, That was my grandpa Al. You all see some of the old cowboy shows where they got the curly mustache that goes out and maybe loop around and stuff like that. Sometimes on the planet, they have a mustache contest. Who can grow the best mustache? Alexi's still underneath this blanket. But when I get off of YouTube and I start scooting over to the middle of my bed, she would have to move. 'Cause people, when I go to sleep, I'm in the middle of the bed. When I wake up, I'm on the edge of. How do I do live? Well, I'm on my iPhone. And I downloaded YouTube. And when you bring YouTube up on your cell phone, you got maybe a picture of your YouTube channel. Then I think you got a plus on the bottom of it and a couple other things like home, plus, and your YouTube channel picture, your YouTube channel. You got a plus on your app at the bottom of your app. You hit that, then that bring up to your live screen where you put your date, and what you going to talk about. That's one I did. Or if you got enough room on a cell phone, or you can do it on your computer, you can download Prison Live Studio. Prison Live Studio. You could do that. But if you got the money, people, you can use StreamYard. You can use StreamYard. Like, I tell you people who use StreamYard, like MG Law, The Expert, White Rabbit, and Broken Baker. You can use StreamYard. You can bring people into your studio. It used to be free for 30. I like StreamYard, but since I don't have a computer, it was $44 and something a month, and you have a panel. You can bring people into your studio. But the free version is only 5 hours. It used to be 30 hours, but I like StreamYard, people. I like StreamYard, but I'm not smart enough. That's where I wish I had a girlfriend that was smart on computers and and pictures or whatever they call them. That or you can do where an introduction of anything. See, I'm not that smart to figure that out. I'm not that smart. One thing StreamYard has, they got about 8 different music that you can play during your StreamYard, which, you can use their music. I like StreamYard, but I had to cancel that when my computer broke. It took me months to get my money back. They keep charging me for every month. I finally got it back, I think, last month, over $150. I finally got it all back. And because I was on the point, I was getting ready to turn them into the Better Business Bureau and the Federal Trade Commission. There is tutors on StreamYard. You people can type. Now, I'm glad I got it back too, but I didn't get my 4 months of overdraft protection, which is $38. I took it out of my budget. I took that $44.99 out of my budget and used it for something else. So I got overdraft $38 4 times. That's 120 plus that I didn't get back from StreamYard. But people, I live on a budget, and you kiddos that watch this later, a budget is what your parents live on. If they get paid weekly or bi-weekly or once a month, they live on a budget. Your budget is your groceries, your utility bill, your water and sewage, electric or gas, your house payment, your rent, your internet. That's all in a budget. And you got to live within your budget. That's what I have to do, people. It's hard. It is hard to live on a budget. I'm expecting my house payment to go up again next year because my homeowner's insurance that I pay once a year. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Cat. That my homeowners went up to $2,000 a year. 8 years ago, it was $1,000. Now, next year, it's $2,000. I'm going to have to find me some homeowners insurance. Will he make it home by Christmas there, Jacob? Man, I see a bunch of those 67s. What does 67 mean? You know, I'm old. Junior, I got a junior, but I never called him 69 or 67. I said 69. 69, I'm talking about something else. And it's hard for people who lives on a budget. Okay, like I say, I don't know all these terms. I know what LOL is, laugh out loud. I know what that is. But us old people don't understand these younger people terms. You got to educate us old people. Oh. Cat, I'm in my 70s. In my 70s, been married 5 times. 2 of them died. The other 3 cheated on me. They can't keep. See, that shows you how much I know 709. Because I'm not around young people. I don't have a young girlfriend. So I don't know all this stuff. You know. Like I said, my YouTube channel is not made for kids. I don't care if kids come on here, subscribe, but don't tell me your age or tell me what city. You can tell me the state, but not this. Well, it's about 40 outside, maybe 30 or 40 outside. They're calling for rain for either late tonight or tomorrow here in Indiana. Here in Indiana. And you younger people, you got dreams. Follow your dreams. Maybe you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, or a helicopter pilot, or a jet pilot. You could join the military. And it could, if you know what you're doing, to guarantee that you learn how to be a doctor or a lawyer or an MP. MP means you can be an NCIS officer. A lawyer, you can work for JAG. You remember the TV show JAG. That's what lawyers